Have you ever wondered what it feels like to glide down the road in a personal palace on the wheels, something so luxurious it practically defies reality? Welcome to the world of ultra-opulent automobiles, where cutting-edge engineering meets the highest levels of comfort and style. These machines don't just transport you from point A to point B, they redefine what travel can be, surrounding you with handcrafted details, lounge-like cabins, and powertrains that seem almost too good to be true. In this realm of prestigious badges and sky-high price tags, each brand fights to outdo the rest with shocking innovations and surprising twists. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the most exclusive lineup of modern luxury vehicles, each with its own story of controversy, speculation, and rumor. Whether it's an SUV that outraged purists or a silent electric cruiser that dares to abandon the iconic roar of a V12 engine, every entry has something unexpected up its sleeve. Buckle up, because by the end of this journey, you might be rethinking everything you thought you knew about cars, and that's exactly the point. Mercedes Maybach GLS. Sometimes an automaker will take an already sumptuous SUV and push it even further into extravagance. That's exactly what Mercedes did when they introduced the Maybach GLS. At first glance, you notice the glistening chrome grille and oversized wheels, each reflecting a sense of old-world glamour mixed with modern bravado. Step inside and you realize it's a world where extra legroom, exquisite leather surfaces, and a panoramic sunroof come together to create a cabin that feels more like a private lounge than a conventional SUV interior. Rumor has it that every stitch of the upholstery can be customized to the owner's exact preference, down to the color gradient of the embroidery. Yet, exclusivity isn't the only buzz around this vehicle. Some question whether an SUV can truly carry the Maybach name, given the brand's long-standing reputation for chauffeur-driven sedans. Still, the numbers don't lie. A powerful twin-turbocharged engine propels this beast with effortless authority. There's also talk about production slots being limited, fueling speculation that those who waited too long might have to turn to resellers, where prices could skyrocket even beyond the already steep sticker. That sense of scarcity has only amplified its appeal, making each Maybach GLS feel like a members-only club on the road. And if you think that's intriguing, just wait until you hear about the next icon challenging traditional norms, Audi A8. The Audi A8 might not flaunt the boldest design in the luxury sedan segment, but it commands attention in a subtler, more refined way. If you're seeking a discreet sanctuary that still brims with innovation, the A8 delivers. One of its party tricks is the dual touchscreen setup, an upper display for infotainment, and a lower display dedicated to climate and seat controls. Soft leather seats, carefully selected interior trims, and an ultra-quiet cabin invite you to sink in and forget the chaos of the outside world. Some enthusiasts whisper that Audi's engineers have toiled tirelessly to make the A8's cabin noise nearly non-existent, which aligns with rumors about advanced soundproofing materials you'd typically only see in studio-grade applications. Beyond its hush-hush interior, the A8 packs a performance punch. A powerful engine, mated to the brand's legendary Quattro system, ensures that this sedan doesn't shy away from open highways or from twisting mountain roads. Yet, a question sometimes floats around automotive circles. Can the A8 truly outshine certain rivals that carry more historic prestige? Audi fans insist that the brand's approach to understated opulence is precisely its selling point, attracting those who crave luxury without shouting about it. However, that doesn't mean there aren't controversies. Some critics argue the styling has been too conservative, hinting that it doesn't push boundaries like its flamboyant competitors. But that wasn't the whole story. Audi's decision to consistently update its driver assist tech and interior comfort features has kept the A8 relevant in a rapidly evolving market. And as the next contender proves, even the most traditional marque can shock the world by leaping into new territories. RollsRoyce Cullinan. When Rolls-Royce announced it was building an SUV, it stirred a storm of controversy among dedicated purists. How could a brand famed for its regal sedans and coupes dip its toes into the SUV craze? Yet, the Cullinan turned that skepticism into awe. Yes, it features the brand's legendary suicide doors, rear hinged for dramatic effect. And yes, it carries the spirit of ecstasy perched proudly on the hood. But more than that, it transforms everyday driving into an otherworldly experience, complete with starlight headliner ceilings, carpets so plush they feel like walking on clouds, and a level of craftsmanship that hushes any lingering doubts. Stories circulate about the extraordinary lengths Rolls-Royce goes to personalize each Cullinan. One rumor claims a client demanded a specific type of wood trim only found in remote forests, triggering a meticulous acquisition process that spanned continents. Whether or not that particular anecdote is true, it illustrates the brand's legendary commitment to satisfying extravagant requests. And if you're worried about performance, the Cullinan's twin-turbo V12 handles city roads and rugged terrains alike with the same unruffled poise. It's the kind of vehicle that dares you to imagine an off-road adventure in a setting more typically reserved for caviar and champagne. But that's just the start. Crosstown, another name, is pushing its flagship sedan into the modern era, blending tradition with radical technology in ways that continue to raise eyebrows. BMW 7 Series. BMW 7 Series has long been the brand's top-tier statement, and its latest incarnation takes an especially bold turn. From its imposing kidney grille to the dynamic ambient lighting strips running across the cabin, everything about this generation says it refuses to be overlooked. Some critics have labeled the new grille design as borderline shocking, while others appreciate it for its futuristic flair. Controversies aside, there's no denying the cabin is an indulgent refuge. Premium leathers, carefully textured trims, and a large infotainment display that's as intuitive as it is visually striking. The 7 Series even incorporates mild hybrid systems in certain variants, sparking debates about whether BMW is inching closer to a fully electric flagship. Stories of surprising reliability improvements have surfaced too, challenging old accusations that BMW's complicated electronics sometimes got too finicky. Early adopters claim that the new 7 Series feels more polished in daily use than many expected, pointing to smaller issues that have been ironed out compared to prior generations. Still, the biggest talking point might be the cutting-edge tech. From automated driving assist to an optional panoramic sky roof that can morph into a personal cinema screen, it's clear the 7 Series aims to redefine luxury travel in a forward-facing way. And yet, next up is a machine that straddles the line between raw performance and lavish comfort so perfectly, it's often hailed as the ultimate grand tourer, Bentley Continental GT. Saying Bentley Continental GT conjures images of sweeping grand tours across sun-soaked coastlines. This car isn't just a mode of transportation, it's an invitation to an elevated lifestyle. Step inside, and the first thing you'll notice is the rotating display that flips between a sleek touchscreen, a trio of analog gauges, or a plain wood veneer for a minimalist look. This mechanical dance is a talking point all on its own, illustrating Bentley's seamless fusion of tradition and innovation. The brand's signature diamond-quilted leather seats envelop you in comfort, while meticulously handcrafted wood inlays whisper tales of artisanal craftsmanship. The performance is equally mesmerizing. Whether you choose the V8 or the monstrous W12, the Continental GT responds with a refined urgency that makes long-distance cruises feel almost effortless. It's the sort of car that can rocket you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in mere seconds, yet you'll still feel a sense of calm poise. Bentley loyalists say this dual personality is precisely what sets the Continental GT apart. Thrilling acceleration wrapped in a polished demeanor. Still, rumors swirl about the future. Will Bentley eventually phase out its W12 in favor of hybrid or fully electric solutions? Some industry insiders claim it's only a matter of time, especially with tightening regulations. And if you think a brand like Bentley stepping into electric territory is shocking, just wait until you hear about the next off-road powerhouse that's been turning heads for more than just its storied heritage. Range Rover SV. Luxury SUVs have become increasingly competitive, but Range Rover SV has staked a claim at the pinnacle of this arena. Built by Land Rover's Special Vehicle Operations Division, the SV stands as a testament to bespoke customization and jaw-dropping exclusivity. In certain circles, rumors suggest that the list of possible personal touches is nearly limitless, from custom paint finishes that shift color in different lighting, to embroidered headrests bearing family crests. Then there's the interior: plush seating, a refrigerated console, and subtle yet sophisticated design cues that remind you this SUV can cost more than many sports cars. Performance-wise, the Range Rover SV brings the power. A supercharged V8 engine catapults this full-size luxury behemoth with ease, making you feel as though no terrain is off limits. And that might be partially true. Land Rover's legendary off-road capabilities merge with high-end refinement, in a way that has stunned many who thought luxury and muddy trails were polar opposites. Still, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. For years, whispered accusations about reliability haunted older Range Rovers. The company insists that those days are in the past, pointing to revamped quality controls and modern engineering processes. Whether the brand can completely overhaul its reputation remains to be seen, but for now, one thing is certain. The Range Rover SV is an audacious statement of wealth, power, and adventurous spirit. Up next, we return to the realm of chauffeur-driven sedans, where a certain lineage continues to captivate the elite year after year. Mercedes Maybach SClass. If you've ever dreamed of a rolling private suite with more bells and whistles than most five-star hotels, the Mercedes Maybach S-Class comes frighteningly close. The extra legroom in the rear, combined with lavish materials that never seem to end, sets a new standard in opulent sedans. Every button press can activate something wonderfully indulgent, like multi-mode massage functions for the rear seats, or the compartment that chills your champagne to the perfect temperature. Rumor has it certain clients order custom fragrances to diffuse through the cabin, adding an extra layer of personalization. At the heart of all this comfort is a twin-turbo engine that doesn't hesitate to flaunt its prowess when the road opens up. Yet, despite this hidden muscle, the environment inside remains whisper quiet. Indeed, the Maybach S-Class has been described as a moving cocoon, isolating you from the mundane aspects of the outside world. Critics might say that newer contenders have overshadowed the S-Class in terms of radical tech or design, but dedicated Maybach fans will argue that the brand's approach to mixing tradition and modernity without losing the sense of heritage is precisely what keeps them loyal. And if there's any lingering doubt, consider that every major auto show frequently spotlights Maybach's show-stopping booth, reaffirming its place in the pantheon of premium vehicles. But that wasn't the end of the story. Enter an automotive name that, up until recently, was synonymous only with rumbling V12 engines, and now has decided to challenge everything we thought we knew about Rolls-Royce. RollsRoyce Spectre. It's still astonishing to say out loud, an all-electric Rolls-Royce. If you'd told automotive enthusiasts a decade ago that the iconic brand behind the Phantom would pivot to silent electric power, you might have been met with skeptical laughs. Yet, here we are, and the Spectre has arrived, bringing with it nearly 1,000 horsepower of whisper-quiet momentum. In doing so, Rolls-Royce has opened a new chapter in its storied history, one that might well define the future of ultra-luxury motoring. The exterior retains classic Rolls elements, a regal silhouette, a prominent grille, albeit more for design than air intake now, and that unmistakable sense of grandeur. Inside, the cabin merges advanced tech with artisanal touches, like a digital dashboard that simulates the twinkling of stars or a self-parking system that can deftly navigate into the tightest spots without disturbing your calm. Naturally, some traditionalists are torn. The brand's signature engine note, long associated with its V12 heritage, has vanished. But Rolls-Royce insists the shift is part of an inevitable evolution, much like when the brand adopted turbocharging decades ago. Industry chatter mentions that deposits for the Spectre are already piling up, indicating strong demand among eco-conscious ultra-luxury buyers who don't want to compromise on comfort or prestige. It all begs the question, will the success of the Spectre eventually spell the end for Rolls-Royce's internal combustion icons, or will the two coexist for years to come? As fans debate that, another storied British marque is forging ahead with its own masterpiece in the form of a long wheelbase sedan that merges performance and comfort like no other. Bentley Flying Spur. The Bentley Flying Spur has been making waves as one of the best examples of an executive sedan that also loves to flex its muscles. The elongated wheelbase immediately catches your eye, hinting at the generous room offered in the rear, perfect for those who want to indulge in the best seat in the house. Inside, the environment is dripping with sumptuous leather, mood-setting ambient lights, and a sense that every component has been touched by a craftsman's hand. One particularly noteworthy detail is the brand's approach to personalization. Rumor has it that Bentley has orchestrated entire design themes around a client's favorite color, or even an abstract concept, turning each flying spur into a rolling work of art. Powering this regal machine is a choice of formidable engines, but the star of the show is often the twin-turbocharged W12, a nod to the brand's legacy of high-performance engineering. Despite all that power under the hood, the cabin remains as tranquil as a lakeside retreat. Industry speculation points to Bentley's incremental steps toward more eco-friendly powertrains, and some say a hybrid or electric variant of the flying Spur could be closer than we think. Until then, this sedan stands as a prime example of how to blend speed, comfort, and grandness into a single package. And yet, in the realm of British luxury, there's still one name that stands apart, famous for being the ultimate bespoke automobile, commanding a price tag that can eclipse them all. RollsRoyce Phantom Series 2. Even among ultra-luxury vehicles, the RollsRoyce Phantom Series 2 sits on a throne of its own. Often described as a moving piece of architecture, the Phantom continues to represent the height of bespoke craftsmanship. Owners can choose nearly any paint color known to humanity, or even have new ones formulated, while the interior can be tailored with rare veneers, custom embroidery, or one-of-a-kind artworks integrated into the dashboard. Some allegations have emerged that the average buyer invests more than the base car's price in personalizing it, which wouldn't be surprising, given how the brand encourages each owner to transform the Phantom into their personal masterpiece. Beneath the iconic sheet metal lies a relentless twin-turbocharged V12, sending waves of effortless torque through the rear wheels. There's also a level of driver assistance tech that quietly supports the person behind the wheel, though Rolls-Royce prefers not to overshadow the car's luxurious identity with too many futuristic gimmicks. Rumors swirl that the Phantom's next iteration could incorporate more electric components, but for now, the brand is treading carefully. After all, messing with a formula so revered by royalty, celebrities, and business magnates worldwide is risky business. Still, the success of the Spectre indicates that Rolls-Royce isn't afraid of a new chapter. Ultimately, the Phantom remains a captivating symbol of wealth, status, and hand-tailored luxury, leaving enthusiasts and casual onlookers alike to wonder, what's next for the most prestigious name in motoring? From extravagant SUVs that challenge the meaning of off-road adventure, to sleek sedans aiming to outdo every comfort standard set before them, these ultra-luxury vehicles form a world where no desire is left unexplored. Each brand, whether it's Mercedes Maybach, Audi, Rolls-Royce, BMW, Bentley, or Land Rover, has found a way to etch its identity into automotive history, sparking rumors, controversies, and endless fascinations along the way. Some have boldly stepped into electric territories, revealing a willingness to reinvent themselves. Others remain steadfast in their classic approaches, content to refine their proven formulas with each new generation. At their core, these machines push the boundaries of design, technology, and personalization. They serve as testaments to human creativity and engineering prowess, standing as rolling icons of status and art. Perhaps the real question isn't which model is the best, but rather how this rarefied segment will continue to evolve in the face of global shifts, be they environmental concerns, changing tastes in luxury, or unexpected innovations that might reshape what we consider truly opulent. Do these vehicles represent an endgame for traditional motoring, or the dawn of yet another more lavish chapter? Share your thoughts because the conversation is far from over. And in a world where customization knows no bounds, the only certainty is that the next revelation in high-end automotive craftsmanship will be even more shocking than the last.